Other news now, what drove the Allen, Texas mall shooter to kill? Those pouring through his online footprint and voluminous online writings paint a picture of a man consumed by hate of women, Asians, Middle Easterners, and Jews.
Our experts say, though he appeared obsessed with violent and extremist technology or ideology, a singular motive has not been clear. CBS 2's Ash-har Quraishi reports.
It took less than 72 hours for investigators to process the scene of the Texas mall shooting. Understanding why Mauricio Garcia killed his 8 victims will take much longer.
The big question that we're dealing with right now is, what's his motive? Why did he do this? Well, the big question is, we don't know.
With nothing specific to explain his mindset, the FBI is running forensics on his computer and cell phone. The Anti-Defamation League's Center on Extremism is scouring his digital footprint.
There was a laundry list of people that he really hated and wanted to enact revenge on or wanted to commit violence against. What we are not seeing is a clear motive.
Nearly all the victims were minorities and several of Asian descent, but authorities say the shooting appeared indiscriminate.
There is hate-filled ideology everywhere in the world. That is a problem and one we need to address. But we are handing these hate-filled individuals easy access to weapons, and that makes our situation here in America all the more dangerous.
We assessed all of the extremist, ideologically driven murders in the US. We're just seeing this massive spike over years in mass shootings.
According to data from the ADL, of the 444 people killed by extremists over the past 10 years, 335, or 75%, were killed by right-wing extremists. 73% of those killers were white supremacists.
Somebody putting a swastika as a tattoo on their chest is a pretty clear indication of their belief system.
Mike German, a former FBI agent, spent years undercover inside violent white supremacist and neo-Nazi skinhead groups. He says people of other racial and ethnic backgrounds sometimes align themselves with white supremacist ideology, and points to Chilean dictator Augusto Pinochet as the inspiration for right-wing death squad.
It's not necessarily as simple as many people will believe, and there is every reason why somebody who has a Hispanic background not only could be attracted to this ideology or philosophy, but also that person would be accepted within the white supremacist movement.
How do we stop this kind of thing from happening?
Well, before you can solve a problem, you have to fully understand it. And the FBI and Department of Justice resistance to collecting data about these crimes is a huge part of the problem.
A scathing Senate report released in November concluded that federal law enforcement agencies are failing to collect that data on the rising threat from white supremacist and anti-government extremists.
It really has to start with the FBI, DHS, and the other law enforcement agencies to actually understand these crimes. And you can't do that without collecting data on all of them and understanding how they're linked, how they're different, and what measures can be used to reduce the access to weapons.
Ash-har Quraishi, CBS News.